Hello dears, welcome to Beauty by Heart. I'm Elaine, also known as Lulu. Today I'll be sharing with you dears the DIY to the palette. Today's palette will be the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz Eyeshadow Palettes. And they are back with Petri dish shades that people fear of. I'm on a low or no buy eyeshadow palettes, hence I'm duping the color story of the newly released eyeshadow palette that caught my eyes. There are many factors to buy an eyeshadow palette, and the color story is my number one factor, followed by the formula, the brands, the packaging, etc. So from the color stories, I can decide better if I will make the best use of the newly released palette, how many different looks can I create with these colors, and how inspired I am to use the palette. And most importantly, how often will I reach the eyeshadow palette? I'm kind of addicted to duping the palette, and I feel so satisfied when I'm able to dupe a palette. And this is one of the ways that I can use more of my existing collection. Hopefully this kind of alternative review can help you dears to decide better or to relook at your current collection before buying on impulse, especially so for the careful buyers. In this video, I'll be sharing with you dears what are the dupe colors selected and the dupe color swatches, and using the dupe colors to create this eye makeup look, and my final thoughts about this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, just basing on the color story. And for your convenience, please refer to the timestamp below. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. And for all of you dears who are watching my video right now, thank you so much for watching. It's my blessing to have you dears here. By the end of the video, I would love to hear from you. What do you think of the Petri dish colors in the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette? Please comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much. And now, let's get started! Huda Beauty is releasing this new eyeshadow palette, which is Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. And from the color stories, you can see that the inspiration comes from the actual rose quartz crystal. Rose Quartz is known to promote self-love, unconditional love, emotional healing, promotes affinity, and improve relationship. That's what the Chinese call 人缘. And to match up with today's theme, I'm wearing the Rose Quartz jewelry that I can find in my collection. I really like the soft pink of the Rose Quartz, and I'm not so sure whether you guys have already noticed. A few months ago, I've changed my Beauty with a Heart logo to Rose Quartz color. But I never have Rose Quartz big rocks crystal at my house. While I like the soft pink of the Rose Quartz and I like to wear this as a jewelry for ornaments purpose, I'm not somebody who can actually feel the crystal's energy. This Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette is described as be you, do you, for you. Wear the energy you want to attract with this crystal-inspired eyeshadow palette, featuring 18 supercharged shades. They are effortlessly easy to blend and layer. Our Rose Quartz collection has been created to inspire you to glow your own way. The rich earthy hues, rosy tints, and pearly metallics will bring you the best beauty vibes and mesmerizing makeup looks. Shades blend through the color on all skin tones, and there are minimum fallout and kickback. And this eyeshadow palette is cruelty-free, fragrance-free, suitable for all skin tones. There's a mirror inside. It's FSC certified. This new Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette is retailing at $67 USD. It will be available on Huda Beauty website on the 1st of November. At the same time, I do not know when this will come to Singapore. This is an 18 pans eyeshadow palette, and there are a few finishes. There are 8 velvety soft pigmented mattes, 3 high shine buttery metallics, 3 pearly soft shine metallic, 3 quartz inspired multi shimmer marble creams, and 1 crushed stone pearly gloss hybrid, which this is the finish that a lot of people are uncomfortable with based on the appearance of it. And this finish has a nickname of Petri dish or Petri dish, depending on how you pronounce it, whether you pronounce it in the US pronunciation or the UK pronunciation. To dupe this palette, I'm referring to a number of hand swatch and palettes photo. I found the photos from Trendmood and Huda Beauty website, and mainly I'm sticking to these 2 official photos from Huda Beauty. On Huda Beauty Instagram account, they are actually sharing some of the beauty YouTubers hand swatch photos like Makeup Just for Fun and Actually, I do not know who is the other YouTuber they are sharing. But I have a feeling that these two official photo, which is the palette photo and the original hand swatch photo from Huda Beauty website, is heavily edited. Because firstly, especially for the hand swatch photo, it does look quite different from the other YouTubers' hand swatch. And also some of the colors in the hand swatch photo looks quite different from the original palette photo. So actually I'm referring to a few photos to come up with the dupe colors, but mainly I'm sticking to these two official photos. When I first saw the release photo of this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, it immediately reminded me of three other palettes that Huda Beauty has, which is the Mercury Retrograde, the New Nude palette, and also the Naughty palette. I think, just from the look of it, this Rose Quartz palette is a combination of these three eyeshadow palettes. And I'm digging what I have over here. I do not have any of these three palettes, so I'm reaching out for my existing palettes as well as some dupe palette from Huda Beauty and also my single eyeshadow. I do not know which palettes you have or which single eyeshadows colors you have. For this duping, I'm just hoping that I can help in a way that we can all re-look at our current collection first before we rush out to buy any other new eyeshadow palette release, so that we can make a more sound decision. Hello dears, I've already swatched these colors for the first 1.5 row. And please let me know if you like this pre-swatch format or you like me to do the swatch as we go format. So let's start with the first color of the first row, which is Quartz. And the first dupe, I will be getting the color from this Natasha Denona Love palette with this color Lifetime. This is a shimmery warm gold color. I'm referring to the original hand swatch photo from the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. It seems that the dupe color seems very similar to the original quartz color, except that this dupe color from the Natasha Denona Love palette, it is more shimmery. Whereas for the quartz color from the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, it seems to be of a satiny color. And the second color, which is Aura, I'm getting the dupe from a dupe for the Huda Beauty New Nude, which is from this China brand You Can Be, and Aroma is the palette name. So as you dears can see, the color story is a dupe for the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. I think the sequence of the colors are jumbled up, and it may not be the shade for shade dupe. Some of the color name over here from this dupe palette has the exact shade and name from the New Nude palette. So over here, I have the dupe color from this Sandalwood, and Sandalwood is a warm mid-tone matte brown color, and that is the color over here. So comparing this dupe color with the original color, actually they both seems very similar. And I think this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette has a lot of similar color with their New Nude palette. This is the third color, Gratitude, which seems to be a matte light to medium coral brown. And again from this Aromas palette, I'm taking this color as Teddy. And you dears who has the New Nude palette may already have this color over at the New Nude palette. And this is a warm matte medium dark coral color, which is the color over here. Okay, comparing my dupe color of that dupe palette to the original Rose Quartz palette, this dupe color seems to be more pink than the original color. Next color will be this Cosmic Love, which is their special formula marble shimmery color. And I'm getting the dupe from the single eyeshadow from Sydney Grace, and this color is Magenta Dreams. Actually, when I saw the original color Cosmic Love from the Rose Quartz palette, it immediately reminded me of this Sydney Grace single eyeshadow color, Magenta Dreams. This is the color over here. Magenta Dreams is a metallic magenta with a blue shift. So if I were to compare this Magenta Dreams from Sydney Grace with the Cosmic Love from the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palettes, the Rose Quartz palette colors seems to have a more blue base than this dupe color, and it seems to be a standalone color or can be applied as a topper. Next to this color will be Empowered from the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. Again from Sydney Grace single eyeshadow, I got this dupe color, Jolie. If I did not remember wrongly, this color seems to be a part of a bundle from their Winter 2017 or Winter Bundle. But the Winter Bundle is already discontinued, and so is this color. And Jolie from the Cine Grace is a metallic deep blackened purple, which is the color over here. And seriously, I find that both the dupe color, which is this, and comparing to the original color Empowered, they look the same. The last color of the first row will be Joy. Actually, I like all the color names from this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. It seems to have a very positive vibes and connection to the names, and that is something I really appreciate. I have the dupe color from this ColourPop All That palette with the color Risk. This is an icy pink with a silver sheen, and that is the color over here. So comparing the dupe and the original color seems to be more of an orangey pink, and this dupe seems to be more icy. Overall, although I find that there is slight difference in between the colors, I find that this first row, which is this pink, Empowered, Cosmic Love, Gratitude, Aura, and Quartz, the dupe over here seems very similar to the original color. Precious is a warm dark brown color. This palette seems to be quite dirty already, as you just can see from the stains all over. Anyways, I'm getting the dupe from this ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I'm getting a few colors from this palette, and let me start off with this Obsidian color, which is the color I'm getting to dupe the Precious color from the Rose Quartz palette. And this Obsidian color is a matte blackened plum color, which is the color over here. Comparing these two colors, they seem similar. And this is another color, Energized. Energized seems to be a metallic taupe color. Again, from this Stone Cold Fox palette from ColourPop, I'm getting the dupe color Caving In, which is a metallic warm nude taupe color with silver pinpoints. And that is the color over here. And again, I find that the original color from the Rose Quartz palettes comparing to this dupe from this Stone Cold Fox palettes looks very similar. And they both look very shimmery too, at least from the photo. Love Stone. Getting the dupe from this, again from ColourPop, the She palette, which has already been discontinued. And I'm getting the dupe here, which is Babe. This is a satin soft muted medium pink with a warm undertone, and this is a pearly finish, and that is the color over here. Comparing this dupe color with the original color, I find that this is more pink than the original color. The original color Love Stone seems to be a very light, very light rose coral pink color with an ivory touch. These two colors are actually quite different, but this is the nearest color I can get. This is the next color, Cherished, which is a matte, very pure baby pink color. And over here, I got the dupe from this Natasha Denona Love palette again with this color, Valentine. However, when I was looking the swatch color over on the screen, it seems too pink, which is this color. So definitely this is so much brighter, and this is too pink compared to the original one, so I wouldn't say that this is similar. It's not similar at all, except that both are matte pink. The original is so pale, this is so pink. And the next color, Blissful. This should be their dual chrome color. And over here with me, I still sticking to Cine Grace single eyeshadow. This is Winter Garden. I get almost all their purple from Cine Grace eyeshadow, and this is the color Winter Garden. This is a metallic duochrome cool lavender with a strong pink, blue and lavender shift. And from this angle, compared to the static photo of the original hand swatch photo from the Rose Quartz palette, the original and this dupe color looks the same. Probably in real life, the two colors will look different. And next is the color Happiness. It's a matte medium pink color. It's my Pleasure palette from ColourPop. And I found the dupe Fan Fiction. This is a matte dusty pink, which is the color over here. So when I swatch this color on the hand during the draft, I find that this looks almost the same as of the original hand swatch photo, Happiness. Coming to this third row with the first color, Mantra. Mantra is a very deep, cool dark brown. And we have the dupe again from this Stone Cold Quartz with this color, Drama Mama. This is a matte deep brown, more to the cool side, which is the color over here. And when I compare this Drama Mama to Mantra from the Rose Quartz palette, they both look the same. And this is the next color, Serenity. This color gave me a lot of headache as well. This color seems to be different from the official hand swatch photo compared to the other hand swatch photos from the YouTubers. And this color also looks very different from the official palette photo. So finally, I just based on the other YouTubers' hand swatch to come up with this dupe. Again, I'm reaching out for this Aroma palette from You Can Be. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. I'm reaching out for this Misty. So if you have the New Nude palette from Huda Beauty, I think this color name is called Lace, if I'm not wrong. Anyways, this Misty is a matte warm medium lavender color. It will look very different from the original hand swatch photo as I've shown you, but this color actually looks more similar to the hand swatch from Makeup Just For Fun and the other hand swatch photo, which I do not know who's this from, that Huda Beauty Instagram is sharing. Next is Abundance. It seems to be a metallic taupe color. And I got the dupe from Kali Bible from ABH, Libra. This is a metallic, warm, light to medium taupe brown color. And that is the color over here. Actually, I can't really tell the difference between this dupe color compared to the original color, which is Abundance. But probably Abundance, which is the original color, which seems more brown than this. But they actually look the same to me right now. Moon Magic. Actually, this is one of the colors that attracted me a lot, and also one of the difficult colors I'm duping. It seems to be a dual chrome topper color, and this color seems to be different from one photo to another photo. So I'm referring not just the official hand swatch photo as well as the other YouTubers' photo. So over here with me, I got this palette from Makeup Rising Phoenix, the Witch's Redemption palette, and I'm reaching out for this color. I don't know how to pronounce, I just insert the text over here. Queen, without the double E, just a single E. Just refer to the text. And this is a lavender purple dual chrome shade, which shifts to warm pink with a hint of gold. So if I were to compare this color with the original hand swatch photo, it may not seem to be very similar, but when I'm comparing this color to the other YouTubers' hand swatch photo, it will be more similar. The original color seems to be more of a sheer base. It seems to be a topper as well. The original seems more purple, and this at certain angle actually seems a little more grey than pink with a hint of gold. But this is a very beautiful color, and this is one of my most favorite color in the Witch's Redemption palette. Radiate. Again, from this Aromas palette from You Can Be, which is the dupe for the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. I just find that if you have the Huda Beauty New Nude palette, you have a lot of similar shades with the Rose Quartz palette. Anyways, from this palette, I am taking this Secret, which is a matte warm dark pink. Actually, in the pan, this is more pink than brown. When I swatch it and compare this with the original hand swatch color, they both seem quite similar, but this dupe color seems to be more pink than brown. It's more pink than the original color. So I wouldn't say that these two are similar. Finally, this is Self Love. I think this is one of their unique color as well. Seems to be a very pale ivory pink. And I'm taking the dupe from this Stone Cold Fox again from Colourpop with this color Mystery. They both look similar in the pan, and Mystery is a metallic cool icy lavender color. And this is the color. If I were to compare this to the official hand swatch photo, they won't look the same. But if I were to compare the other hand swatch photo, then the similarity is there. And currently, that's all for the dupe colors selected. And these are my final thoughts. This palette has a very beautiful packaging, which is the rose quartz cut packaging. It's very pretty and very pink, the kind of pink that I really like from rose quartz. What am I talking about? So for this palette, basically the color story is more of the cool tone pink, mauve, purple, natural, neutral eyeshadow palette with a few interesting finishes. And I'm quite curious to try the formula of these finishes. And the color story is definitely my cup of tea. Just basing on the color story, I can see that it can create a number of different looks, like a more subtle daily look, a feminine cute soft look, which is the typical kind of look I'm going for. And I think I'll reach out for this kind of color stories more frequently than the other palettes I have. This Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette seems to be more wearable and versatile than their new eyeshadow palette. And because in this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, there are more color family in this palette, we can create more looks with this palette compared to the new palette. The metallics attracted me. They seem so flat, so shiny and very smooth. And now touching on the cons, I think I can see that there are a few topper formula which seems to be quite sure you can use it alone or as a topper, but I still prefer a blinding pearl champagne color as a inner corner highlight color, but I don't really see that kind of color in this palette. So this palette mainly consists of the mid-tone to dark tone colors. And for the Petri dish shade and the marbled shade, I am guessing whenever we pick up the colors, it will be quite different each time we pick up the color. It will not be the same and consistent as those fixed color shades. So we will take a little more time to balance the colors from one eye to another eye. But I personally have not tried this formula, so I think this is my speculation as of now. And talking about the Petri dish shades color, this actually existed in their previous eyeshadow palette, which is the Naughty palette. I think that was their last year 2020 holiday palette. And people already feedback that they are not very comfortable with this virus looking color in a palette, and now they even produce more of this shade in this palette and they put it in the center and comes out with another jumbo virus looking highlighter which is in the BD form. It makes some people seems to be quite uncomfortable to look at. So I think they are not really listening to the customers and they have attitude. And as of now, I can't really think of much cons for this palette. So conclusion, I actually still can't make up my mind whether I want to get this palette or not, because on one side of me, I'm very attracted by the color story because this is my typical kind of color stories that I really like. And some of their interesting finishes really attracts me, especially their metallics and the kind of the Petri dish color also actually attracted me because I'm curious about their formula. And their marble shades also attracted me a lot. Packaging also pulled me in. But another huge part of me is not very stirred by this palette. It's like maybe 30% of me is very excited about this palette and the other 70% is like, okay, it's another palette. Most likely, recently there are too many eyeshadow palettes released. So if this is the only eyeshadow palette released for this period of time, I think I'll be 100% excited for this palette. But not when it's drowned in the sea of the new release eyeshadow palettes. As of now, this palette will be on my waiting list. I hope that this video can help you dears to decide better if you should get this Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. or to really look at your current collection. And now dears, it's your turn to share with me. What do you think of these Petri dish shades in this eyeshadow palette? Or is there any other eyeshadow palette you'd like me to do? Please comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. What's broken can be mended. What hurts can be healed. And no matter how dark it gets, the sun is going to rise again. Thank you dear so much for watching. If you happen to like this video, please subscribe and click the bell notification button below for my future videos. I love to do cruelty-free makeup products review and also DIY to the palette where I'm doing the duping of the color stories of the newly released eyeshadow palette. And basing on the color story, I can decide better if I should get the newly released eyeshadow palette. And hopefully, this can also help you to decide better. So if this is your cup of tea, please join in my YouTube family. And yes, if you'd like to connect with me more, please visit me at my Instagram and Facebook platform. The address will be over here on the screen. May you dears have a peaceful, blissful, and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! And before you go, please check out these two videos over here. Thank you!